Islam, Divine Risings, Yamaya, Ashe, Asher, Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya, Ayeya, Ahaya, Yashem. May everybody be doing great out there as we continue this spiritual war and we ride these waves of these deep waters that continue to visit us every day, and these universal celestial constellations and compilations that are constantly hitting Earth through the Earth sun, the new sun that you see now. For the new sun that you witness now is not the old sun, and it is not the sun that has been in our life thus far. This new sun that we have witnessed in our sky now is 3 suns in one, and it has revisited us to reclaim the pyramids on Earth. For the pyramids on Earth are the direct contactors of the sun energy. Thus, we all have to be in our cosmic pyramids as well. Now we have the pyramids all over Earth, right? America. We have more pyramids in America than any other destination on Earth. And this is why America has not been destroyed yet in its totality. Right? So I would like to revisit you all with the story of Lucifer and Namek. Now, this is how you know that Lucifer began in heaven as not just one being, but a whole group of beings called Lucifer, bearers of light, or bearers of knowledge that can be transmitted into wisdom. Now, the only power or celestial being that can transmute and alchemize that type of energy of information into wisdom is the divine feminine, or women, or what you know as a woman in her pregnancy being able to bear a child. So this is how you know that Lucifer was so-called women or divine feminine spirits, right? Because every divine feminine spirit started off as a pyramid. That's why we talk about pyramids in America, because the richest pyramids are at America. Everywhere at America. North, South, Central, the islands, you name it, whatever. All of them, right? The divine feminine aspect of America, the rich pyramids, Mer. Remember, Mer, M-E-R, is a pyramid. And Rica is like rich pyramids. And then I am a rich pyramid. That's why everybody wants to be like the Americans, the true dark-skinned, copper-toned people. So, Lucifer is America. Let me explain. So, Lucifer was the richest mother in the heavens, the most beautiful, the most gracious. So, and then like Lucy, right? You don't know no man named Lucy, LuCIPHER. And then the cipher, right? Remember we talked about the cipher being the circle, right? So the Lu circle, or the chaotic circle, right? With order. So you had this being the most beautiful image, made in God's image, the creator of this Lucifer. So it could be none other than a woman aspect or divine feminine aspect that created everything, including the Father, right? So remember we said the daughter and the mother was first before the mother and the son, right? Mother and daughter. So these group of daughters called Lucifer had duty and responsibility to uphold and keep balance in the heavens. And this is why we have the Mayat. And you see Mayat with the wings, and Mayat with the crown, with the gold and white, this is the same as Lucifer. This is why Lucifer is not bad. It's just, whatever particular Lucifer is what it is bad. You have to understand this, because it's never an evil thing. It never was. So the reason why this devils fell from the heavens is because, and this is all gonna make sense, is because there was a new creation called man. They had never seen a man. They had never set eyes on a man. Right? If it had already been divine masculine aspects already that had those type of images, then they wouldn't have looked at the man and scorned God and fell to earth. So you have all these daughters, and all these daughters had never seen a man, right? So of course, naturally, and that's why in the Bible it says that that God was a jealous El, right? And this could only be of a woman. A man's natural emotional instinct can't tap into that type of thing, jealousy, unless he's so-called homosexual and he's fiending after another man or lusting after another man. That's the only way he could tap into that jealousy mode, is if he is really just 100% woman in a man's body himself, right? So they seen this man, right? And like I told you before in the first part of the Lucifer story, that God looked at both the new creation and the old creation and seen that there would be a lack of gratitude from each side. One side, from the angelic side, thinking that they was better than the man, and then the other side of the man creation thinking that they better than the angels, and then thus thinking that they better than God, right? And that will form a downward pyramid. And this was the first embodiment of a downward pyramid, thus what you call man. That's why man needs to know thyself, and where he came from, the upright pyramid from a woman. First she was upright before downright, before descending a man from earth from her womb. Now listen. So now you have the creation of the downward pyramid, the other 369, right? To where man is capable of being a beast. And you know this because children get molested every day. That's beast activity, right? So this was able of being created on earth. Now, with the jealousy of the Lucifer and the man not even knowing jealousy yet, but in the future will know, would have the same spirit rolled in a strange mix of this Lucifer character and man descending down into earth, right? Like we said on the first part. But what we didn't say is that this is the same thing of having the spirit of the Jesus character. How and why? Because the Jesus character had to be the most upright man, because he had to balance the masculine and the feminine, truth and falsehood strangely mixed within him. So he had to go through the greatest trials and tribulations on earth just to be tested by God, just to get back to God, to show gratitude and ask forgiveness finally, and say, now, whoa, I realize that this is who I was. Both these parallel characters crossed over, strangely mixed into one, being sent on earth, forgetting that even happened, just to show ultimate gratitude to God and show him that I could be the son or the woman, whatever. Because we all have the Yahshua spirit within us. And this is why they say, well, he was born in sin, meaning born in ignorance, forgetting about our cosmic, celestial, vibrational connectivity. Very little of us remember who we were and what we were doing before the baby status, correct? So we had to fall into, literally, we fell into these bodies that are downward pyramids, but they look upright when God is looking at us, right? Because God don't see what we see in humans. He just sees creation and just wants us to be the best of creation and wants us to be in the likeness of going through the trials and tribulations just to have gratitude and forgiveness in our heart and not the other way around. So they disguise the Lucifer character as being something evil when really it's the Jesus character being strangely mixed with the trial and tribulation of being disagreeable in the higher realms and just to experience this lower realm of the lesser and the dislocation of spirit body, right? And this is why we have so much knowledge mixed down here on earth now, and it's all twisted up and nobody knows what's what and which one is which and who to believe and who's telling the truth and who's really doing what, is all on purpose to get you to forget about that divine essence. Because we can search and go through and research knowledge all day and go through a whole 1,000 books of different things, but without the divine essence of the eternal life that we possess and the knowledge of that first, all those things that we seek outside of for knowledge, it dissolves itself. And this is why Jesus went through all those tribulations, to show us that the return and that the daily death, or what you call sleep, is all and everything is all emitted and all translated and all transmuted and alchemized just to give back to what we all call God, which is an eternal aspect of ourselves and everywhere outside and inside and on the side and in, right? But these characters had to combine themselves into one in this place, in this firmament. This is why dark-skinned people and all other people, yes, but dark-skinned people the most should be planting their feet and getting back to grafting themselves on earth the most, because they have the mathematical melanin in their bodies to recharge not only themselves but this big car engine that we call earth. It's a big engine. It's just waiting to be started up. It's waiting to be started up so it can accelerate at speeds that we've never even heard before. This is the whole wheel. This is the whole ship that we're sitting in right now. We're just waiting for it to accelerate. It can go at speeds going forward the same way it can backwards, the same way it can as within, and so without. This is the whole Ezekiel's wheel. What he seen in the sky was the rainbow, the shadow of the mothership itself in motion. So we on this magical ride in these cars. We got cars, vehicles. Then we a vehicle ourselves. Then we in a vehicle called Earth. Then Earth is in some vehicle called the universe. Then the universe is in some other vehicle that we don't even know about. And then that vehicle, and then that vehicle, and you know what I'm saying? It's like getting a new car every galaxy. And you sitting in your car right now as a human being. Don't even know it. Some do, some don't. Your whole car, vehicle. And this is why when you look at the word car backwards, it's race, car race, vessel race, vehicle race. Because this is just a pit stop. Right? This is just a pit stop. This is just a taxi, a big taxi that we in. Everybody gets a ride. Right? Everybody gets life. Right? And this is why they take you from being the I am to being taxed. Because this is a vehicle. This is a big taxi. It makes stops. It goes off duty and on duty whenever she pleases. Right? Crash out whenever she pleases. It don't even matter. It doesn't matter. It's a whole taxi. Now look at the word taxi. Like we looked at the word car being a race. Backwards, right? A human race. Car race. A whole hue of a man being inside this man. And one race of it is only one. Only one spirit in these bodies that we all share. Now the taxi, right? Is why they took you from being I am, took off the I from taxi, and tax you, want to tax you to death. Why? Because they want to be the ones to claim and be NASA and claim that they discovered these planets and took you to Mars and made you, when really is the tax I'm the charger. You see how you got these cars? No, I'm the charger. I'm the taxi, right? I am tax, right? The tax. That's why Moors are not taxed. Dark-skinned people they originators of, they can't be taxed. They the taxi. Them and the earth is the same. You can't tax them. You see how these words have spellbound the human race, the cars, the earth cars, the vehicles, the vessels. So let's go back to that and determine, well then, if this is a vessel and a vehicle, that means that there's room for other people in this car. Yes. Ancestral spirits. Some like you, some don't. Alien, or what you call alien, is really just Ali's, exalted beings that look like you, that look like me and you, that look like me and you on Earth. Dark-skinned nigga. You call it alien, right? Didn't they tell you in Florida they had aliens at the mall recently? And then when we all debunked that conspiracy, it was a bunch of dark-skinned teenagers running around acting crazy. Those are the aliens. We are the aliens. We the exalted spirits in human bodies in Earth. Alien. Earth in. En means earth in. In Earth. When you look at it backwards, any, new, nay. You. Alien. So, this great secret is being uncovered. And just because we still here on Earth, don't mean that this dynamic, grand scheme of events is not finna happen. And it's an awakening you and a transformation of you back into your original state. Back into your original state. And this is why the whole point of this video is to not be afraid of Lucifer, but inherit Lucifer, meaning the light that's already in you. Because the mistake that Lucifer made was looking outside at what was already in her. She was already having a baby, already pregnant with a new creation that was called man, that was as beautiful as she was. Her own divine reflection of light. Light body, light. So the LuCIPHER, the transcended on earth with the man body, is the Jesus responsibility that we are responsible for and carrying, and cleaning up ourselves with our morality and our discipline. As the dark-skinned originated Asiatic people on earth. This is our responsibility, and this is why they want us in not divine enlightenment, but divine ignorance, because as long as we in ignorance, the colonist mindset can stay alive and keep doing whatever they're doing. Period. Period. Right? So this is the LuCIPHER part 2 from the Moses video story. Right? So LuCIPHER 2, or what you call the second coming, is the embodiment of all these youngsters who have like XX Tention, who have these divine spirits who are mistaken for demons, but who are really, really the Holy Spirits who have came to destroy everything that has destroyed Mother Nature on Earth. So this is the second coming of the Jesus Spirit. Is the first, we came with the peace and the love, that died out and got sucked away, and now we're here to just destroy it all to bring a whole new peace and love that you ain't never seen before. So this is why they need our youngsters to be distracted with all this new age information, because they really the old age information walking on earth, and they have no idea whether they ignorant right now or they wise now. It doesn't matter. They embody these aliens that I'm talking about. Just like Space Jam, right? Same concept. When you seen Michael Jordan battling these outer or underworld spirits that are able to jump in these bodies and perform. Amazing thing, powerful, some good stuff. It looks good, but it's no good for Earth. So when you go back and watch the movie Space Jam, you can see the subjugation of the Moor who, what Michael Jordan was playing, or the Asiatic, or number 23, or the Divine Five, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice in one body, becoming the greatest bull, or the Hummmbull 23, Hummmbull, the flying bull. You noticed in the movie Space Jam where he traveled out of his body and had those dreams, and he became a flying bull, and the way Michael Jordan dunked the flying bull, and when you form your... So it's the same entities that they showed you in Space Jam, right? It's just that the evil demonic energies, some of them haven't even learned yet what it is to be good or great. They haven't seen that. So all they know is evil and destruction. They haven't seen a Moor or a dark-skinned brother or sister doing something right. Just like in the movie Space Jam, Michael Jordan had to be the justice and victorious in order for them to see the 23 love, the love, true, peace, freedom, and justice in one body. Right? And just like Michael Jordan is the Mikael, the sun, the dark sun. That's why we keep telling y'all, the more this information come out, ignore the new age stuff and get back to this dark sun. Because this is your origination. And we didn't say worship the sun. Don't worship your skin. Don't worship your darkness. But worship where the darkness came from. And this is how they used Michael Jordan in the movie Space Jam. Look at the word jam backwards. Ma J. Ma Jordan. Ma Jesus. Space Jam. From the cosmos to the earth, I'ma send him in a body, a whole sun, a whole wrecking ball in one nigga. Space Jam, my J, my J, my son. Same thing. Like I told y'all, all these movies is showing you the same thing. Space Jam was just one of them ones where they really leaked a whole lot of information. Like, oh my God. They really showing you. And then remember when they had the magic water? That's really Zam Zam water. And then Zam backwards, Ma Z. Zig Zag Zig. Ma Z. My grafted eternal spirit. And when you flip that Z, it becomes an N. Right? From beginning to the end. That's your Z. And then the N is you. The nigga. It's not a bad word. Nigga means royalty. Nigga means king. Nigga means queen. Nigger is the downward effect of that. That's all. So when you flip the Z, you planted on earth from beginning to the end, just to go from the bottom back to the top, back to the heavens. So you have the dynamic of this planet called Namek that they showed you in one of my favorite animations called Dragon Ball Z, which is about us, yes, but it's more of in a Planet of the Apes perspective and diaspora type of spectrum when you look at it. It's coming from the pale skin learning from the darker Moors and the darkness in which they came from, and being the uprightness of that, and being master grafted back on earth to get certain powers from this ape or this monkey energy that they inherited. So in the Dragon Ball Z animation, you have this planet called Namek, right? And Namek is literally the parallel world that sits on top or near the firmament of Earth, in Earth, as its own Earth, planet Earth, on Earth, as another planet, within the Earth, having all the aspects of Earth that they didn't show you, but having all the aspects of Earth, the Saturn and Mercury and all that shit, sitting above on Earth. And we think it's the moon. Big shadow of inner Earth, inner planet that we looking at outside, a light that we looking at outside of us that we think is outside that is really in. So in the Dragon Ball Z, this is what they're showing you. They're showing you firmament in the firmament in the firmament. That it's a whole nother Earth that we call a mothership that is constantly descending down on Earth and forming these things called clouds. So this is also in the retribution of the second coming, because now that we have so many sons on Earth that embody this motherly spirit that constantly gets damned and destroyed and killed off, like your prophets and your messengers. Now we have the grandmothership that says, okay, finally, y'all don't want this? Now I'm coming, and this is the real, what we call the mothership, is the constant dissension of the planet within the planet, in the planet. So I say the sky is falling, the sky is falling. It's because this has already happened. That's why it's called a second coming. It's already happened. This story is a rerun. It's already been done. That's why we constantly, as Moors, we keep telling you, like Noble Drew Ali said, it's finished, it's done. That's why Jesus, Yahshua, said the same thing. It's finished, it's done. So then when you hear Moors start talking like this in the future, you would know what type of spirit is in their body. To let you know once again, it's on. Just to let you know. Just to let you know, not to be no superhero, not to save you. Just to come to let you know once again, hey, what's good? It's on. Hey, how you doing? I woke up today and just let you know it's on. Divine rising. So the Namek is this embodiment of inner earth in earth that you could see in earth, outside of your body, inside of your body, while looking outside inside your body at the same time. This is why you could never escape the great creator of the universe, because you're just going to end up right back there, because that's all you're looking at, and that's everything that you see, and that's why you don't recognize it, because it's everything. So Namek in the Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Z, or that's why they always abbreviate it. That's why Japanese people are very keen and intelligent, because they know where they came from, and they put the D. The D is always going to represent that four, that divine structure, meaning that nothing else can come from that, which created itself, in itself, outside of it, in itself, all over again, and then twisted it, and then came back and then created itself again. So you can't escape that. So that instead of saying the, it's like duh. Like the 13th son used to say duh, duh, duh. Because when you do that, you touch your pineal gland. When you say the, it don't really do nothing. When you say the, it's a different hit. It's where you come from. Then they put the B, the Dragon Ball, because the ball is the circle, the church. You got a soul and a church within you. It's a ball, and it's a golden ball. Don't the Dragon Ball Z have the golden circle with the red pentagram, the root chakra in the middle of it, the discipline of the root chakra, to bring the gifts to the soul from the discipline, Saturn, the dragon, the phoenix, the phoenix dragon, the flying dragon. So the bee is the 13. Just like the bee that gets honey is 13, because they work as a 12 disciple community to bring one queen into fruition and give her all the honey. So the bee is 13. How you know? Because same way, when you draw a 1 and a 3 and put it together, it's a B. And then when you separate it, it's a number 13, or what you think is a number, which is just a whole nother symbolism that we gave to humanity to reconstruct itself, to look at itself all over again. And once again, as a divine reflection through signs and symbols, numbers and letters, all you. And then the Z, DBZ, Dragon Ball Z. Remember, we talked about the Z, the Zig, Zag, Allah, from the heavens down to earth. 1, 2, 3. That's 13 again. But that's the supreme 13 with the Z. Because Z is 13, 13, because it's the 26th letter. 2 and the 6 is infinite. It's infinity. It's not a number, it's a symbol. Who's infinity? The Most High, greatest God Almighty, right? So they're showing you in a cartoon where you come from and who you made from where you come from. These hybrid modern Europeans who I love when they're in their right mind. Because they showing us who we can be and how we can run our government again and be ourselves again, from them using the scientific and mathematical origins that we gave them in the first place. So this is why Dragon Ball Z is so special to me and to us. Because it shows you what we created outside of what was created, to be created, for creation, to make creation, to become creator, just to be creation, to experience itself all over again like a creative player in a video game. So the Namek. And thank you for those who have been listening. Thank you for increasing the channel views. I really, really, really love and show gratitude to y'all. And show gratitude to yourself for listening and doing more research and doing the celestial research, because that's most important. So dynamic, right? Well, how are we looking at that, right? What's up with that name? It's not a Japanese name type of thing. It's all more. Everything is Moorish. Everything. Everything is from darkness. That's what, when we say everything is Moorish, that's what we mean. Everything is from darkness or having to do with darkness in order to come to a marvelous light to be seen in the world. That's you, right? Because ultimately you got to come out of this dark-skinned suit and be seen as a light, a spirit. So they have this planet within our planet called Namek. Now, when you look at that, you're looking at the never-ending story. Look at the name. You always have to look at the word first. Name K. Name K. What you mean, name K? Name and then the 11th letter is K. And in K, as the breakdown of parallel, right? Because 11 is the symbolism of parallel universe. So when you're looking at that name, Namek is the name that's parallel, that's used on earth and in the heavens to make this one body of this planet that we call Earth, that really is two worlds in one, waiting to be split. So the name K, right? Am I wrong, y'all? Hold on, let's check it. Let's fact check ourselves to make sure we're not on demon time, to make sure we on the most high time. A, B, C, oh, wait a minute. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Yeah, it's the 11th letter, right? Same with the Gemini. The split personality spirit. Split on earth. In the Jesus with the LuCIPHER. Y'all think I just be, nah, play. I don't just be getting this out my ass. This be coming from somewhere high. It be coming from somewhere high. And I'm not the only one talking like this. To let everybody on earth know, it's, once again, it's on. And we don't know when it's going to happen, but it's on. So the name K, the never-ending story, she needs a name. She needs a name. The mothership, she needs a name. She wants a name. She admires the name. What is the name? We don't know yet. But the name is K right now because it's split, it's parallel until it becomes one once again. And the heart is replaced in earth. So we had the name K, right, with the Gemini. And that's why some of the greatest human entertainers have been sent to you in Gemini spirits. Tupac, Andre 3000, Notorious B.I.G., your new guy, Kendrick Lamar. All these people that we sending on earth with these spirits to show you the split of talking from outer space inside of earth at the same time in one body. That's what we're talking about today. The Gemini, name K. The K, the 11th letter. What is the name? The 11th letter. We don't know. Because it's in two worlds at the same time. And it's not meant for us to know yet. Closest thing we got is the truth about Jesus and Mary. That's it. To look at ourselves and say, well, start there. Let's start right there. Because the name K. And the name K can't be said in English because it's the one, the uprightness, and then the 90-degree angle. When you flip that, and flip it over, the K is a pyramid with a firmament on top of it. Oh shit, this is Earth all over again in different places, all in one at the same time, and a nigga can't even explain it any further than that. Then, how you know? Because when you flip it on the other side, it's a V, like an opening, like you putting your prayer hands together, and it's having a foundation under that, like land. And it's an open pyramid. That's you. Huh? That's you. You parallel too, aren't you? You got spirit and body too, right? You strangely mixed your damn self. And that's two horns being planted on earth. That's why everything with two things pointed up was from mama. A cat, a deer, a bull, a cow, the damn thing on the football field to let you know where you get the damn energy from up. So when you flip that K, that's what that looked like, right? Two horns that's firmly planted in earth. That's you. All over again. And when you flip it, if you try to flip it, it don't matter because then you're going to go back to you all over again. That's why you got to get it right here all over again. So the K, the name K, it's parallel. It's Gemini. It's Gem N-I. The gem N-I. What is the gem inside? Your first eye. Your first eye is the Gemini. It can see this world and a whole nother world that we can't see inside of you, even if you're not conscious of it. Your first eye, a pineal gland. It's a Gemini too, ain't it? The gem N-I. It's like a gem. It's like a crystal in your forehead. The name K. Right? This is deep, right? I know. So, you might want to study the Dragon Ball Z. And I know a lot of scholars speak against it, but they haven't talked to you like this about it and got deep on it like this about it and tell you like this. To tell you where the Japanese got it from in the damn first place. Oh, you just a nigga that know everything. You just a nigga. No, I'm a nigga. I'm a king. I'm royalty. But I'm not a nigger. I'm not some fool running around thinking I know stuff. I'm knowing that I know something to say it to you. Or else I wouldn't say it. It's all for our benefit. Never just the one guy. It's never been that way. We never operated like that. That's why we had tribes that came from the one tribe that became many, not just one that stayed. It's all oneness from the Trinity, the completion. So the name K, Dragon Ball Z. Then when you flip the name K, what do you got? Kimma, like Kemet. The chemist, like chemistry, and then mother is chemistry, Kimma. That's why we say Moorish science. It's our mother's chemistry. This is who we get it from. We know where we get it from. We respect our mothers on earth. We just want them to respect themselves so we all can come back into our true power. Because it's the Kimma. It's the mother pregnant with a mother that's pregnant. Let me say that again. Kimma. It's a mother that's pregnant with a mother that's pregnant with a mother. The mothers of the mothers in a mother. One mother. So the name K, you can't escape it. Because when you flip it backward, it's Kimma. And then Kimma is the chemistry of the mother. The chemistry of a mother is 9. And that's the highest number, which is the 9 months of the birth. And then all over again, you have the mother. Kimma. Or like Kemet. That's how you know Kemet was a civilization in the sky first before it descended and fell on earth, because it was a civilization of motherly spirits. Motherly spirits who were upright pyramids before the man in a downright pyramid. This is why Jesus was so praised, because he went through so much of being a woman in a man, but not being homosexual, having to hold it down and stay in balance. And no matter how much a nigga got fucked up and no matter how much they beat him up and hurt him and did him, he just had to stay in that mother. He had to stay a mother and just stay a mother. Stay a sweet mother. In that man body, that's some hard shit. Nobody wanted to do that. That's why they ran from that nigga. Nobody wanted to do that. It's a job. Nobody wanted, and nobody could until they could to see him. And this is why they want so many men homosexualized on earth. Because naturally, the man coming into this motherly spirit, he feels this high frequency of spirit energy that women feel. And he's like, wow, this is incredible. But instead of going upwards, he descends with it and then lusts after another man who found the same discovery. They want men like that so they would never be a strong motherly spirit in a man, but I wouldn't say weak because they're not weak, but outside of nature. They can never rise to their truest power or create another being with the same ability. So they have to try to make the man as soft and feminine as possible without him tapping into the balance of this divine feminine as much as possible. So the name K, or Kima. So this is why they wanted to destroy the mindset of Muhammad Ali and so-called Black Jack Johnson, and these strong Moors who embodied this great knowledge and wisdom that a mother would have with a fighting spirit. This is Jesus. This is Buddha. This is Muhammad. This is Confucius. This is Ali. This is Noah. This is Moses. This is... You don't get it? It's like an infinite river of wisdom flowing to a human being that only the creator of everything can give, but with eternal energy that could never die. And they plan of the having you in the schools was to keep you away from this thought, so you wouldn't think like that, so you wouldn't think like a real X-Man or a master man. Because when you flip the X, it's a cross with a circle. That's Jesus. They don't want you knowing that you're Jesus, so turn it up, turn it sideways, and then now they X-Men, unknown men, because that's what X mean, right? And it's why Malcolm X and them took on that, because they took on the unknowingness of the original man, took on the X, the letter X. So then one day they will become that unknown original man and fully embody that knowledge and wisdom of the river flowing from that mother spirit. And then they will be an X themselves. Because then when you put two X's together, or two crosses together that have been bent but now are upright and now acknowledge and salute each other, you're looking at your so-called Freemasonic symbol, which is really our dark-skinned Moorish symbol, which is universal law, mother and father coming together for divine harmony and to lay down the laws on earth. X-Men. That's why we need each other. I need you to be the X, and then I be the X. And then when we team up, we have the team, and we come together, then we form that all-seeing eye, or what you think is a letter G with a compass and a square. You see? That's why they didn't want you to be Storm. They don't want you to be Wolverine. They don't want you to be Cyclops. No, they had to give it to you in a cartoon so you can say, hey, look at my favorite hero, Spider-Man. Look at my favorite hero, Batman. Look at my favorite hero, Wolverine. Instead of saying, hey, look at me, my favorite hero, Wolverine. Hey, look at me, my favorite hero, Cyclops. Hey, look at me with a picture of my damn self on a shirt, nigga, because I'm a hero. And I want you praising yourself. There's nothing wrong with praising yourself. Just don't worship. Don't go to war with your mothership of yourself. It's okay to praise and raise yourself. Say, hey, wait a minute, I'm Cyclops. Hey, wait a minute, I'm Batman and Robin. Hey, wait a minute, I'm the real Hulk on Earth. And this is what they don't want us to know. And this is why they had to give it to you, to hold it off as long as possible, because all of us that's talking like this and all these youngsters that you think are demons, they finna turn into this shit right before your eyes. And if you're on Earth long enough to witness it, you're gonna see it. So just like everything, they have to give it to you, give you a lie with it, distort it, so then you would never look at it as yourself, because remember I told you, every movie and everything is about you anyway, to suppress you from being that which you think is some hero or some guy or whatever. That's why all of our people is like crabs in a barrel, because when one of us become that guy or somebody to look up to, bring him back down. I don't want to see him like that. I don't want to see him successful. Don't want to see him talk like that. Don't want to see him look like that. Don't want to see him grow. Don't want to see him be nothing. And this is how they got us with that program, Crab in a Barrel. Because a lot of us didn't grow. We didn't grow up like that. We didn't grow up saying, hey, wait a minute. I'm something super and dynamic and monumental. Me. We grew up and they told us you was black, you was ugly, you was nothing, you ain't got nothing, you ain't gonna be nothing, and ain't nothing for you. And then we believed that. Instead of that little girl saying, man, look at me. Look at my powers. Look at Storm. Look at her on the screen being me. Because that's how we should have been approaching this. I know as a young man, I was looking at Wolverine saying, look how I had to be talking like this today. We have to embody the real Most High Spirit and the powers that were given to us. We're talking about flying, talking millions of languages, everything that you can imagine. This is the real inheritance. You got these dirty Moors telling you to chase this other inheritance, and we don't even know if we on the real land or not. We don't even know if we on the real, this ain't the real promised land. Are we really claiming? I don't think so. Because a lot of us have been doing hard work, and it don't seem to last. It seems to like wither away. That don't seem like the type of life that we was given on an eternal inheritance. That they can just take away while we still here. There's got to be something else to it. It has to be. Has to be more to this story. Has to be more than what we seeing or what we think is all the land or what we think is California, what we think is this and what we think is that. Because when we claim it, it's like, something ain't right. Either we not connecting or this illusion, they done tricked us so much that we don't even know which side of nigga, you might be in so-called California, nigga, and you in New York. Nigga, you might think you staying somewhere in so-called Texas, nigga, and you Canada. These new maps is not it. You don't know where you going on that airplane. Them niggas could be flying you to a one-way ticket to the Twilight Zone, nigga, and you have no idea. You just landed there, had fun, went and had drinks with your homies and shit, came back to where you thought you came from, the other place. And well, why does it feel different? And why is the times different? Maybe we all traveling to little... Oh, never mind. Listen, I'm going to leave y'all with this. And I love y'all. Take care of yourself out there. Not take care. That means to take sorrow. But have love for yourself in the ultimate way. Because it's finna pop in the ultimate way. The sun has a whole different type of radiation and the heat to it that is giving the saving power whether you want it or not. Like we said before, you either going to trust or combust. So So the Namek, or the name K, or the Kima, is descending on this plane from a higher plane to this lower plane, which is on a higher plane itself, that's being foundated from a lower plane, which is really high, because when you flip it, it's high, and from below. That's why we tell y'all you can never get away from the Most High. Whether you flip it, go inside, run, it's going to be the same thing. That's why the word is a reflection of that, the symbols. So I'm going to leave you with this. And this is going to be to my Moorish-Americans who proclaim Moorish-American, but they're not really being Moorish-American. And this is word to the wise and the yet unborn. The reason why we have maritime law, and the reason why these dirty Moors are telling you, don't look into no maritime law. The maritime is and then the flag with the U.S. banner got the gold around it, because that's the U.S. stuff, and that's they stuff, and that's how they got us, and then when really it all came, you have to stop separating it. Everything came from us. The maritime is the law of the seas, but if you in a big fish bowl, then even if you think you walking on land, you still in water. This is maritime law. And this is why we have the Moorish or Moroccan treaty with the United States. We have the real world making a treaty with the illusionary world to bring it together to make a one world in peace and harmony with fakeness and realness together that can live in peace. The lamb and the lion. So it's all water. That's why it's called Moritime. It's more time law. Because there was no wartime or maritime law before Moorish or Moroccan or dark-skinned Aboriginal Asiatic treaties. Before the treaty that we made with the United States, we already had treaties with each other. Because we all were creating our own world or our own heaven down here on earth individually, and then bringing these heavens together and just creating all kind of magic on earth until we fell here too. We was on earth and hit our head on earth. We already fell from the heavens. Then once we got on earth and fell and hit our head, died and then went into the earth just to be grown and created again from the dirt and the clay, like the Bible said, to become a whole new being. That's what we have now. So it's imperative to really, really, really love ourselves and really know where we're coming from in every aspect of life, death, and rebirth. You got to hear me. Because everything else that this is offering for you is dead. Your restaurants, your clubs, your churches, your mosque, your synagogue, your entertainment centers, your stadiums, it's dead. It's dead. That's why if you're not doing no real work here now, it's all boring now. Even if it's the most entertaining, it's just boring. All the movies is dead. Ain't no more good movie. Ain't no more good music. Ain't no more good nothing. We told y'all before the ending was going to come, we going to send ones amongst you that have this knowledge that you ain't going to know where it came from. But it's going to let you know that the time is near, and you ain't going to know when, but you going to know and hear them talking, and you going to say, well, damn, it's true. Well, when? Because everything on earth has become nothing. That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how you know. So the Kima is on her descended way. And you can feel the pressure daily. And that's why they name Kim Trails. Well, yeah, brother, you know, because they do the chemtrails because they got to put the poison in us And, we learned about, we heard about that, the chemtrail and the nigga in the sky. It don't even be a nigga in there. It'd be some robot nigga. Because can't no nigga get that high. Really, honestly. They really be deep high. But anyway, you got the white stuff and they crawl and it fall on top of us. And that's why, yeah, it's that simple, but it's a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's what you heard, but it's a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's as simple as the chemicals and it poison you and the food and the animals and the plants and all this water stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper. You got these clouds, right? Remember I told you, these clouds is being formed. And that's why sometimes you even if you ever seen a cloud near a tree in your life, you can attest to this. To know that it's pressure coming down. Even if it's a chemtrail cloud, don't matter. The whole reason they call it a chemtrail in the first place is to measure how close this mothership thing is to Earth, in Earth, from Earth, being Earth, really is. Not just to put poison on your monkey ass. It's deeper than that. We got too much melanin. We too strong. We some powerful ass people. That if it was that simple, the chemtrail would have killed you yesterday. It's to use you to measure where the one body that we all come from, how close she is. Because them niggas is terrified as... They're terrified. They're terrified more than any gun, more than any missile, nuclear, anything. Not that, not mama. Not the mama of all mamas that created the mamas, not her. Oh, that's the ultimate. Nigga, you can't get no more than that. So they're terrified. So they're using the chemtrail to use you when it hits your body to measure the trail of her coming through these crossroads. You don't hear me though. You don't hear me though. It's not all about poison. Some shit is to measure things. Some things is to mathematically equate how near and how far either something that can be seen or unseen is. That's what this is all about. Energy, right? Unseen energy, seen energy. Corporeal, incorporeal. Mystic, material. Parallel, 3D. This universe, your universe. My universe, his universe, her universe, then we all the one universe. And why all these galaxies, nigga, you the galaxy that they talking about. That's a part of this one universe. All these galaxies that are being discovered. All these things. Nigga, it's when your human ass stop being human, grow up to be a divine being, turn the light on, now you a galaxy. Congratulations. It's really not a secret. It's been kept secret because it's so sacred. How can this sacred, this powerful information exist in this filthy, nasty plane on this where these demon people have become so crazy and fucked up? Right? That's why nobody really so-called quote unquote believes in God, because it's like, how in all this nastiness, right? How in all of this filth? How? Right? So it's all by design, everything. Whether we perceive it from some enemy or God, it's really all God. When you look at it, like we said before, it's all God, buddy. All of it. It's all King Tall T. All of it. It's all Tall T. Because it all has to be topped off with Mama, a all-seeing eye, to become a Unk in eternal life. You just have basic life right now. A tall T, just a tall T. Until you get your mother eye, or your oval eye, or your almond eye, and become a Unk in eternal life. So, we're going to leave you with that today, and our Moorish-Americans with the I call it the holy divine treaty of peace and friendship, because it's all about the celestials. And it's all about, remember we talked about maritime law. In this fish bowl, and what you think is only water in the sea, but you breathing water, you walking around. I'm talking through water right now to y'all. I'm talking water through water to your waters to hopefully ignite some wisdom within you. Young man and young woman, especially, I'm talking to y'all. I know the adults, they not listening. I know the elders, they don't want to listen, they not listening. But you young stars, you need to listen the most. I am here for you as a great father. So take heed and inheritance to the spirit talk. Because we all on more time law. We all on the diameter field of discipline and retribution being existed and lived at the same schedule time until it becomes one again. So I know you young stars, you like this talk because you like when I connect it with the cartoons and the anime. And we can dive deep because you know all about that, right? You see how I have to come and fish for you. I have to come and fish for you, and I had to go watch and view these things myself over and over again, in and out. Oh my God, until I got tired of it. Like, why am I even looking at this shit? Just to come fish and come get you, my beautiful children. You. So I would know how to talk to you, and I would know how to address you, so I can come get you. So you like when I talk about the Dragon Balls and the cartoons and the video games, because you know all about that stuff. And they had to take our stuff, put it in that stuff, distort it to give it to you so you would never find out. But I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Here for you. So you take those video games. You take that Dragon Ball Z and that anime. You take all that hip hop and that music, and you don't throw it away. Don't do what the elders are telling you to do. You have to be the ancestors. You have to be the ones to teach me and teach us how to get back home. We don't know. Some of us just know how to reintroduce it to you so you can be more powerful. Because it's really about y'all. It ain't about us that's getting older. I'm getting older. The elders are getting older. You are just now coming through. It's about you. And they constantly overlooking that. Constantly not looking at you, the youngsters, the children. So I study what you're into. I study what you like and what you're about. You know why you like it now? Because it's all about you. I'm going to keep telling you that. That's why you love that stuff so much. It's nothing wrong with you liking it and loving it. But don't idolize it more than you idolize and raise yourself. They didn't teach you that. The Bible didn't say idol worship. It said false idol worship. False. Ain't nothing wrong with idolism. You a doll. You a idol yourself. You a spirit in this little body. If it didn't have no spirit, it'd just be walking around. It'd just be a doll. So you have to be the idol. You have to be the one that looks at yourself in the mirror and says, I am a celebrity. I'm a star. You have to. You have to. Is this who's looking down on you? And you who's looking up at them. They are you, you are them. You are your ancestors without any doubt or contradiction. They have become ancestors in the celestials because the cest is like the crest and that moon and star. And that moon and star on the metaphysical aspect of what Islam really is and its divine principles is the self, the crest, you, all over again, once again. That moon and that star coming together to form one body really is the sun, moon, and star, because the shadow is there between that moon and star. And that shadow had to become a sun. Once that shadow became a sun, he showed the moon how to be a light again because she had lost her light. That's why you got sons on earth who have the light of the mother, just to show her, not himself, but to show her how to be a light all over again. It's all celestial, descended from heavens to the earth like your Lord's prayer. That's why we gave it to the earth. And when I say we, I mean the original Moors, the Aborigines, the mothers and fathers of civilization gave you everything in what you connect with religion that you twist up with dogma, which is really God-ma. When you flip the dog, it's God, God-ma. And when you say God-ma, it's like saying grandma. Because she's the grandest mother, your greatest creator, and all of ours. We all come from one mother, essentially. So I will leave you with that, young stars. Because your precious Dragon Ball Z, it's all about you. Why you think they turned Boo into Oob, a dark-skinned Moor who just wanted to do right, from doing so much evil and so much, causing so much chaos and turmoil on the planet, just to become an upright being, a Jesus. So you young stars, you pay attention to these animes. I know your parents, I know your elders, I know people are telling you stop watching it, it's evil, it's this, it's that. I know they trying their best to take you away from this stuff. But you just need to study it in the right way, that's all. And they need to know what they looking at to let you study it so they can watch you transform into this genius that you are. Because they wouldn't have gave you the video games and stuff if they wasn't trying to distract you from some truth about it. That's everything. They wouldn't have gave it to you if they wasn't trying to distract you from something real about it. So play your video games. Listen to your hip-hop music. Do your drawings and whatever comes to your mind and your photography. And I know a lot of youngsters, y'all into a whole lot of stuff right now that's light years ahead of what I and a lot of elders could even fathom. So I want to see you be your greatest, to be the greatest star. And I would have loved to have somebody talk to me like this when I was your age, you know. So you take these jewels, and we're gonna go ahead and call this we're gonna call it LuCIPHER Part 1 and 2, because we already explained this in the Moses and the Moors video, Part 1 and 2. So then we're just gonna turn this into the LuCIPHER story, Part 1 and 2 combined, the truth and falsehood strangely mixed. How about that? So be LuCIPHER and be God. Be the light of the world and be where the light of the world came from and had that same likeness, because that's where you were created to be a Elohim in the first place. To know how great you are. Isn't that crazy to think about? You were created in this body just to know how great you really are. Not for nobody else, for you. And you got people that's going to hate it. They're going to slander you. They're going to tell you you're crazy. They're going to tell you you're out of your mind. They're going to tell you you're some devil. All kind of shit. Don't listen. You got to keep going because you got the knowledge that they don't have. You got knowledge that I don't got. So just keep going. No matter what you do, keep going. No matter how hard they try to break you down and tear you, just keep going. Because I'm already experiencing what you're going to experience. And you already are the light of the world and already doing some really monumental things that we have never seen or even thought about ourselves, right? And y'all are the true light of the world because you just came fresh from the creator of the light of the world with new information. So cherish your integrity. Cherish your courage and your bravery to stand up to these U.S. agents, U.S. or United States Corporation agents and assigns who have been sent as Mr. Smith to deter you from being your greatest version. Excuse me. That's the gas. I've had nothing to eat. That's straight gas. So take that light, take that gas, and let it transform you into who you really are, because we all here. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready for you to go ahead. Go. I see you. I know you. I feel you. Go. The light is green. And you know what I mean. For all the youngsters out there that's listening to me right now, and I know it's a lot of y'all. It's enough of y'all. It's a lot, as in ALLAHT, a lot, coming from the real 144 creator. And there ain't no counting on that. It's just whoever is with it for real. So I know it's a lot of y'all that are waiting on this goal. And I'm telling you, because the right ones, I know you listening, and they can't stop it. So go. You know I don't have to explain too much. You can feel the picture of what I'm saying in your mind because you just came from the universe. You know what I'm talking about. Go. Do it. It's time. Go ahead. Do it. Open up. Go ahead. You got it. You see how I'm saying that to y'all, and y'all just are like going crazy, like, oh shit, how does he know? What is it? Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh shit. Oh yeah. I ain't even got to say nothing, right? Go. When I release this video and you hear this, go. And then come get me, nigga. Come get us. We waiting on you. You still think it's fake, huh? Still think it's a little bit too good to be true? Nah, player. I'm here to tell you. Nope. Go. And don't stop. You know what I mean. We waiting. It's time. It's time. For the youngsters that listen to Rod, you already know. The trumpets. He got shot in the right ear for the right ears to stand up with the birthright and the bloodline. I love y'all 18 and 19-year-olds that got the Aboriginal indigenous knowledge on lock. I love y'all because y'all the crystal piece for the other ones to look at to become the crystal too. It's never about looking at another one and saying, look at that nigga. He think. No, it's always about look at that nigga. Let's be. So you already heard Chief Rod talk about the right ear, and the blood. And you seen, I don't think Chief Rod talked about this, but I'm Chief Hummmbull and I'm gonna talk about it. Is the right 90-degree angle of blood that formed on Trump's face from the shot. One shot. And a 90-degree triangle formed on his face from blood. And then remember, we talked about the big K. The big K is the 90-degree angle coming back to the one. The 90-degree angle and then the one coming together. So he's the Trump, and then it was by his lip. The oneness was by his lip, meaning what he's going to say. What is he going to say after all this? Right? So it's coming soon. We keep telling you, just go. Turn on. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it on. I'm here to let you know. Shit. Fuck. Turn it on. Shit. Tired of this shit, nigga. Fuck. Turn it on. Okay? And I love you. No matter if your own mother and father don't love you, I love you and I see you and I feel you and I want you to let you know again. I love you, I know you, and I see you and I feel you. And it's your time to turn that thing on. You know what I mean. Because if I tell you and I explain it, for real, they're going to take my channel. And I can't risk that right now. So, get on Namek again. Because that's really where this is really why it's all split. Talking about from the national side of things. Because of Atlantis and Lemuria really supposed to be one planet, one land. And it got split because then you had the you had the Lemuria that was only matriarch, and then you had Atlantis that was only patriarch. And then when they stopped being in harmony with each other as one playing field, it's why you have the feminists and stuff today, and the dark skinned man and woman, they hate each other. You know what I'm saying? So you had Atlantis and Lemuria, and like I said, Atlantis being patriarch, and then Lemuria, you know, naturally it's more of a feminine name, being matriarchal. When we started going to war with each other, we split that harmony from this side being matriarch, that side being patriarch. Then we fell from the inner earth into this earth, this other earth thing here that you think is real earth. We fell from the heavens, then from the heavens to Atlantis, Lemuria, and then to this earth. Three, everything in threes. Firmament, threes. So then it fell to here, right? That's why the Isley brothers said, Atlantis, come back to you. When they really should have said, Lemuria, we all gotta come back to you. Because we all gotta come back to the matriarch, but with the patriarch in mind, having respect. So just bring them together, right? Remember, don't separate nothing. This is really your left and your right brain. Everything's symbolic. That everything. So, then the triangle, right? That's why we have our greatest Moorish insignia being the so-called Star of David. That's every dark-skinned person's divine symbol of God. Period. It ain't no sector of Hebrew and your sector of Christian, yours this, that. Everybody's greatest insignia, nigga. So, call you a son because you shine like one. So you get these pyramids and you bring them together and bring them home within yourself, okay? And this left and this right brain, or in other words, Lemuria and Atlantis. Everybody heard the Isley brothers back in the day, Atlantis. Ain't nobody say, nigga, what are you talking about? Niggas just was dancing and, oh, yep. Nobody asked the question, nigga, what is this? What is these niggas talking about? While I'm sitting here dancing and getting drunk, the hell you, what? What you mean you gonna come back? Where is this? Can we see it? No, nobody. And that's why a lot of them musicians, and I know y'all, some of y'all listening too. I can feel you too. I was like, hey, we not playing. Not even a little bit. That's why all of y'all kind of almost went crazy and was on drugs and shit. Because y'all was the only niggas who really understood that shit. And you couldn't explain it to a nigga next to you. Because back then, or a nigga really went over their head. What? And you see, back then, we had a place called Atlantis, and we was all on patriarch time, and we all had these magical abilities, and we would all float through the seas and the waters, and what y'all call Earth right now, like how you walk around, like we really was walking around through water, breathing and stuff, and a nigga would have looked at you like, oh my God, this nigga is fucking crazy. And that's how they look at me, and they look at Rod, and how they look at Todd, you know, really that's how they look at us. This nigga is fucking crazy, okay? When really we don't know everything, but we know what we supposed to know, and we all pieces of the puzzle, and we all come together and we build this big house, and it's called my father's mansion. But just as my father said, I would be hated for his name, and I would be hated for the things that I would say from him, and it bears witness to be true. So the Lemuria Atlantis is the same thing. With the left and the right brain, same thing. With Africa over there and Africa over here, same thing. That's what you're looking at. Lemuria, America, Africa, thing, 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 thing. And then the Africa thing, 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 thing over there, the Atlantis. The fatherland over here, but this the motherland. The fatherland over there, but this the motherland right here, America. And then it's only a reflection of that higher plane of living inside of earth, what we fell from heaven. This is just a speck of it. And we only got specks of it, okay? That's why you can be special. You can be special because you only got a speck of this shit. Until you become Al and you drop them specks. You drop them glasses, okay? You drop them specs and you drop them glasses and you really become Al and L. And you come up out of your slumber and become the living giant again. That's Abel. You ain't got to take out Cain no more. You can and Abel. Okay? You see, all these Bible stories are symbolic, baby. All of them. Don't throw it away. I know y'all want to throw it away. I know y'all like this religion shit. It ain't shit. Because this how it got us here. And how it's religion. I know that's where y'all at with it. I know. That's why I'm very patient. I don't judge y'all for it. It's just, I'm just watching you. Like, damn. They still don't get it. This is still the origin. The book, the cipher, the ciphers is still the circles are still the origin. No matter how much I want to run away from it, it's still the origins. We still got to look at it. We still got to study it to know that it is us and came from us. It ain't all about us. It's about our creation. Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Death Note. Come on, youngsters, help me out. You know all the names of that stuff. You know, all the youngsters know. They into all that shit. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Power Rangers, shit, all that shit. They into all that shit. I had to grow up listening and watching all that shit. All that shit. So you know. And it's very scary. I know it is, youngster. I know it is, and it's exciting at the same time. I know. But you gotta stop being scared. Ain't no more being scared. I know that's the past. Ain't no more being scared. It's time now. So, Yu-Gi-Oh. Not Namek. What's the other one, y'all? Ninja. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one with the tiger. And you can transform to the tigers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of burnt out right now. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But then don't forget and study the because I know y'all watch that shit a lot. What's the one with the airbender, the firebender, the weird windbender. I really want y'all to pay attention to that one. And it's not arrows that's coming over and from within their heads. Those are pyramids. Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. I know they drawing it to look like an arrow. So you can say, oh, it's an arrow. It's either going in or going out. Is it an arrow? Is it a direction? Yeah, it's a direction of a pyramid that's being pushed by water or fire or air or earth. Look at it more like that. Now when you go back and look at it, you say, pyramid. Not an arrow. An arrow is a pyramid anyway, but a pyramid specifically. Arrows. Isn't a pyramid a row of brick of layers? Come on, my nigga. I'm just telling you. I'm not the one that knows all this. I'm just telling you, okay? I don't know none of this shit. I'm listening as I'm talking, okay? So we all taking notes, right? And God willing, in the nearest, and I'm talking about the nearest because it's all the way dead with the U.S. corpse. So in the nearest future, God willing, I'm going to congratulate you. You're going to see me and congratulate me. We're going to be in a whole different setting. Going to be in a whole different rule. Going to have a whole different set of rules and laws and placements. Okay. A whole different type of governance. Okay. You name it, baby. Okay. Everything. You finna see. All these prophecies coming true. It don't matter what it look like right now. Don't look at the right now. Don't look at right now and how it's still poverty and it's still nasty and filthy. Don't look at that part. Stop looking at that. Don't look at that. Exit that part out of your mind. No matter if you're homeless or what right now. We all kind of fucked up right now, okay? But no matter where you at right now, just listen and take notes and say, okay, and then watch it turn on inside of you. No matter where you at. Don't look at the fair seemingness of it right now. But imagine what it could be like without what you see right now. Put your mind on that more. Make more room for that. You have everything. We gave you everything, even through what you think is your enemy. Video games, movies, shows, different stuff that you're not supposed to overdo, but examine and study. Even if you're looking at it for entertainment, we still want you to study it. Because remember, everything is through the will of the we, the Trinity. The all-knowing, the all-in-all that created everything. Only it can come through us. Only, and only. Only and only. Okay? Don't forget that part. So you don't get caught up in what some enemy. You can only be an enemy of yourself. This enemy outside and this nigga. No, you need to stop that. Stop. Because it's finna get realer than real. Like realer than real. And you have to be ready to see things that you've never seen or felt or heard or thought about before. So, I'm going to leave you all today with the way that I can, with divine rising, peace and love. Love, true peace, freedom, and justice. And, you take care, you look up to yourself and look up to yourself very highly, because your heroism or your heroism is being inherited through your blood right now. And it's thick and it's hot. And it's hot and it's thick. And it's waiting to burst to make a whole new entity that's so divine that it can't be destroyed ever. So I want to see you be that. And I want to see myself be that, and everybody that's around me. Because we got to make it out of this bullshit. It's not real. It's never been real. It's never been normal. It's never been right. We don't even know if we're walking on the real earth. We just probably walking on the other side of it. We haven't seen the other side yet. You know how they have that saying where they be like, the half hasn't even been told yet. What if the half of the other world hasn't been told? Come on, man. What if the half of your other brain hasn't been told yet? What if the half of your other self hasn't been shown? What if the half... You see what I'm saying? These Moors gave you all these phrases and stuff for a reason. So you could think about many things from one sentence. See how you did that? See how we gave you Noble Drew Ali and he would give you one prophecy and it would turn into many prophecies from one sentence? Same power, same salvation, same ingenuity, same, okay? You connect the wires, right? Once you connect the wires, you can connect the dots. Once you connect the dots, you can connect the lines. Once you connect the lines, you can know that it's all one. It's all pieces to make one. So, got about 3 minutes left and I'm going to leave you with this. I know I say I'm going to keep leaving, but as long as it's here, is how long you have to talk. It's like Farrakhan. Every time Farrakhan want to leave, you try to leave, and then the spirit say, nope, you got to stay until it's finished. Okay, finished in 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to leave you with this. And it's all about the LuCIPHER. Because this whole video was about LuCIPHER. Everything when you rewind it back is going to be about that. Don't forget that. The light of the world. And don't forget to connect that name with that, not the lower devil shit that you was taught to. When you look at the Lu in LuCIPHER, we gave your ancestors in different regions of the Father's land, which you call the modern day Africa, certain tones that they would formulate with their tongue just to come wake you niggas up over here in America. You don't know what they talking about, but it's this certain that's just going to in your ass and make you, damn, make me remember something. We had shows that would make fun of that we gave you back in the day, Living Colors and all that stuff. But it was really the way to really start getting you up back then in a slow motion way. So we had this thing called and it sounded like you breathing and talking through water. And remember I told you, it's a big fish bowl, and the real Atlantis really had water that you was walking through and talking through and having language. That's why babies talk like because they coming out of the water, speaking through water in their mother, and they speaking water language. You don't hear me though. But anyway, that's why he had Atlantis with the water, and we gave y'all something that and that was to connect you back to the celestial waters of the mother in what you call outer space, which is really inner space. Y'all is the outer space. To mom is the inner space. And have the inner space. To create the inner space is in the earth. Space. Water. Water that created water from a water that you call daughters on earth. The water, and the water that came from the mother, who's the mater, the real matter, who really matters. The dark matter, the dark matter, really is dark water. The dark water is when you flip the M upside, it changed from the matter to the water. You see? This is why the water can embody everything and become everything. Because she's the mother. She can create it. And then the father, the land, he can mold it. So we bring them together. You got the blue and the green, the mother and the father, together. Not separated, not divorced, not warring with each other, not choking each other out. No, working together to be earth, okay? So you got to come out of the great separation into the great divinity. You got to come out of the great split into the great oneness. But first you do got to split. You got to split your mind open and get rid of all this garbage that you've been learning. And get rid of all this other beings, okay, that fell with us, that's not with us, that look like us, but they not us. They might even talk like us, but they not us. They look like, but they not us. And when you split them niggas open, they a whole ugly, a whole different type of ugly nastiness. They was already roaming around before we even got here. So good luck with that. And you don't know unless you know what you're looking at, to know that you're looking at something that's not human. They here. It ain't no they coming. They already been here. They've been here. Who you think is running your fake government? Them ain't no humans, baby. Can't be no human with these type of conditions, okay? Can't make no decision for no other humans and be a human yourself and it look like this for when did we create that Constitution? In the 1780s? No way. There's no way. Somebody did a switcheroo. There's no way. Not no damn human president. Ain't no damn human senator. And human, all these things are celestial, sovereign capacities. I'm gonna say it again. All these things are celestial, sovereign capacities and bodies that have possessed these humans. All this president, senator, militia, civil law, maritime law, all this stuff is cosmic first. How you think they know how to run you? Because you're a cosmic being. So they know how to run a government, then they know how to run you because they're not human. Make sense? Make sense that these couple of niggas can control all these niggas when really they don't control nothing. They just assigned. But anyway, they think that they controlling you because we assigned them to have that type of role down here on earth. Now they know. Now they really know beyond what they thought they knew. Oh, damn, we were just being used by God to just wake you niggas up anyway. Oh, shit. But we had fun being evil. I know you did. It gave you a good little time to do it, too. Long time to get these niggas. Right? So they used you, but we used them. For you. How about that? In this game called Earth. Crazy shit, right? I know it sounds crazy. But what is crazy really? What does that word really mean? I challenge you to go look it up. What does that really mean? What does sane mean and what does insane mean? What does that really mean? Because they got you to look at stuff from what it sounds like, but not what it is. You always want to look at what it sounds like, but not what it really means and what it really is. You got to do the same thing with your gurus on YouTube. What it sound like and what it really is. Even me. Y'all listening to me, but even me. What I sound, but what I really am. If it don't go together, then it ain't supposed to be together, and it don't make sense. That's why we always tell you go research so you can know for yourself. because you have to connect your inner world with the world that you're looking at for yourself to make a world, a trinity. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's why they call them 1, 2, 3s and ABCs as the foundation. A is a pyramid with a line going through it, signifying that it has a capstone, which is an all-seeing eye. Got that. And then the B, you already know, the B is the 1 and the 3 coming together. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. 1, 2, 3 in one. Then the C is the final decision of being able to see all that which was made from knowledge and wisdom, and it's called understanding or innerstanding. I don't really like to say I overstand, because I don't overstand the all in all creator. I enter in and understand that. I don't know why niggas don't want to be I overstand that. No, you don't. I don't even understand what I'm saying, so I know you don't. Because it comes from something that's over you. It ain't coming from you or me. It's coming. So how you gonna overstand something that's over you? So I love visiting y'all and doing these little talks, because it's all to lead up to something. Remember how I started off? I started off as a lowly servant. I started off as a regular nigga, or not a regular nigga, but just your average Moorish-American, talking about battle rap and Loaded Lux and Tay Rocks and Piper Boy Williams and all these niggas. I told y'all back then, I said, I'm taking this somewhere. I'm not just doing this and talking about battle rap just to do this. Eventually, one day, this is going to turn into some large talk. But I started off as the fool, right? Oh, that nigga ain't 4 and 5 views. He ain't talking about nothing but battle rap, nigga. This nigga ain't nobody. He talking about battle rap. Talking about Daylight and all these niggas. Remember, 3-4 years ago, those of you who are still watching to this day, who have subscribed, who are day one subscribers, you seen my transformation to know that I ain't lying about nothing. You seen my day one video to this video now, and it ain't a lot of them, right? But it's a lot of time expansion through the years of me making and creating videos because of the trials and tribulation and turmoil I've been going through myself. To have to gain this experience to be able to talk. You got to gain experience in order to experience what it is to be God. To know thyself is to know God, period. Your Bible says this. Your walls on your Egyptian walls say this. Your Torah says this. Your Quran says, same thing, different way of saying it, different formation, so different regions and different people across earth can come together with the same message. You think the Bible and the Quran and the Torah are separate when it's a trinity of three only meant to come together anyway, to confirm each other. That's why we created you, humans, to confirm each other, because no one human or no one guy or me or nobody has everything in one breath. So signify yourself. Solidify yourself and get in your solitude, your solitude, or your soul-I-tude in gratitude. And I shall see you all on next week's episode of Twilight Zone, Alfred Hitchcock, Tales from the Crypt, The Monsters, Tales from the Dark Side, Are You Afraid of the Dark? And all the rest of them, all in one. Remember, I'm the one. I'm the one that, the bull. I'm the bull that comes to bring the all-in-one. Don't forget, I'm the Osiris that came to bring the all-in-one. The green, the Taurus energy, the Taurian, that came to bring the all-in-one. To show you who the mother is again, the all-in-one. Don't forget. Don't forget, I'm the Tut. I'm the Tut that came from Newt. I'm the Yosef that came from Mary. I am the Khan that came from Confucius. I am the bud that made Buddha. You don't hear me though. I inhaled the bud that made the Buddha. I inhaled that lotus bud, that Egyptian lotus that made me a Buddha. You don't hear me though. But anyway, learn about all these prophets and don't separate them. Learn about all these books and don't separate them. Learn about all these spices and herbs and don't separate them. Ooh, I like thyme and ginger and stuff, but I don't like no weed. Good, then don't eat it. Don't eat no dill weed. Don't eat no dandelion. Don't eat no black seed oil. Nothing that save your life. The sea moss is all weed. It's the good weed. It's the great weed. Don't use it then. I see you niggas, you smoke your weed and stuff. We hate y'all. Yeah, we know, because you're not using it to know, to tap in, to say, oh shit, this is the truth. Because the bud will become your buddy to let you know that you're hearing love and truth. Real bud is your buddy, because that's his job. The job of your so-called cannabis is to let you know when you're vibrating from love and truth and when it's being heard or being said to you. It's called tapping in, right? Y'all youngsters, especially youngsters. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. When y'all smoke this stuff, right? Yeah. Y'all be like, man, how do you enter our world and you just, how you in your world and then over here in this world to relate to us, because then come to fish for you. I'm fishing for you. I'm really fishing. I'm out here fishing. I caught some fish, but not the fish that's gonna stay. Need the real fish that has the mercury. They tell you that mercury is bad and it's poisonous. No, we want the fish that got that's mercury rich. Oh, don't eat the fish. You got all the mercury and it's poisonous. It's for you. And it's, oh my God, you fall out. Then why a nigga ain't fell out yet from eating all kind of fried fish? Why Uncle Johnny and them that went to go get a whole seaman's plate? Uncle Johnny and them that be wearing them dusty ass 2-piece suits. Them niggas go in there and get the whole seaman plate. I want a seaman plate. They go. And I ain't calling it dusty. I'm just being funny. That's all. Don't take it personal. Anyway, them niggas go in there with them 2-piece suit and they get a whole seaman plate. You know that plate in them fish spots that cost $60? Them niggas go in there just, how you doing, player? Let me get that seaman plate. Got the oyster and everything. Nigga, you know how much do you know how much mercury that is that you putting in your body? Why that nigga didn't drop dead, but can eat some pork and go crazy? Why? Wait a minute. Something is, wait. You telling me not to eat no fish and it got too much mercury, but then you telling me that pork is the cleanest meat and just eat it every day. Wow, what the hell is going on down here on this earth? How did mercury, which is named after a plant, how did that just become such a bad thing? Oh, what? How? Wait, what? Wait a minute. Let's slow down and rewind somewhere. Because all this stuff comes from the sea, the water. Remember, we told you when you turn the mother upside down with the W, it's the water. So how? How are you telling me that all this mercury and stuff that's coming out of this water, remember, it's coming from water. It look like water and it come from water. And it can get into the fish just so your ass can eat it.
maybe it's not that bad. Maybe if a fish is full of mercury, maybe that's some good